Hello, everyone, and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat. Today is Thursday, March 12th, 2020. If you are watching the VOD on YouTube, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and if you are so inclined, head on over to twitch.tv/Otaku Showboat to leave a follow to be notified when I go live Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to approximately 1 p.m. US Eastern Time. You can do all of the social stuff through the links below the video, including supporting Pyandon's monster development at patreon.com/Pyandon and myself at patreon.com/Otaku Showboat. So, stuff and things. Stuff and things have been happening. Let's talk a little bit about some of the stuff and the things. Yeah. So there's been several updates that have been happening with the entirety of the Pi suite, not all of which have been released yet. I have not done any, like, if there's been an update pushed in the past 30 minutes, I don't have it installed right now yet. But for next time, I'm sure. So there's been like lots of various random changes. So the uh the Og and Dingrit uh power solutions are in the process of getting buffed. That's one thing that's happening right now. Uh the the tar to tailings flue gas and saline has been being nerfed to 500 units of tar per cycle versus 200, so it's a 2.5 times more tar required. It's not really going to change much on my specific map just because of, like, I've got all the tar on the planet. That's honestly not going to change too awfully much outside of just number of buildings, but it made me think, oh hey, I am not I don't think I'm actually doing tailings or doing tar into saline yet. Like, I'm not actually doing that yet on this map, which is very interesting. Uh, but what would absolutely have an effect on this current playthrough is there will be a nerf to oil burners. At some point, it's going to happen. Pyandon says that oil burners will be nerfed at some point going forward, that it's been on the to-do list and it's about time to get it done. So yeah, that's gonna kill my base immediately if that change happens and I apply that update without having come up with an alternative beforehand. Yeah, it'll be great. Also, apparently Immortal Sniper is like in charge now of doing full rebalance of all of the ore chains in terms of numbers and output and all that good stuff. And apparently they have already done lead. Molten lead from lead dust now outputs, or will be outputting 90 units of molten instead of 75. And then, like, everything after that with all the molten recipes have been buffed on lead, and all of the silver after lead dust into silver has been buffed. So, like, a lot of the molten silver stuff has been buffed, which excellent. That's great. It's great. It's fantastic. Let's see what else changes over time there. That's just part one of many on that. Red Hot Coke processing had technically gotten nerfed from 40 coke out down to 30 coke out per cycle. The oil distillation processes hot residual mixture into coke has been buffed to 40 coke out from 30. Tholins require more power, not that much, but it is a nerf. It does require more power to run the Tholen atmospheric extractors. Uh, there's been a buff to an acid gas output from the sulfur and refined syngas recipe by 50%. It's 150 units of acid gas out from 100. Also, Falagita coal is now actually Falagita raw coal. Okay. And we like have a raw coal to coal gas method now, I suppose. Like these are all things. Not all of these things are probably in yet, but they're stuff that's changed in the code and will be pushed out very soon. So let's get into the actual game to actually play. And it is at this point that I will mention that yeah, I didn't want to spend the entirety of the stream today building out the iron processing through unslimed iron, so I made a whole bunch of blueprints off screen for exactly what we need. Uh, yeah, processing the 10 yellow belts, because I already have the processed iron step done, doing the 10 yellow belts of iron ore into 90 per second, I think, of processed iron. I just had to go the next step after processed iron, all the way up to unslimed. So we have the uh, the automated screeners to process the processed iron into grade 1, 2, and 3 into a chest. The grade 3 and 2 into 1 will come out of the chest, filter out of the chest. All the grade 1 will go into another warehouse. All the grade 1 will then get processed into ore dust in the ball mills. That is a 1-to-1 relationship. The ore dust will get processed into iron slime and pulp 1 or whatever the heck it's called. And then all of that gets processed into unslimed iron. That then gets processed into molten iron. You can see how much stuff we're going to need for this. It's rather incredible. Uh, Planning for 75 iron plates, 5 yellow belts of iron plates equivalent. Don't know what I'm going to do exactly with the ferrochromium alloy. I might immediately change my tech to pick up uh, it's chrome processing 3, I think, if I even have access to that right now. It looks like I don't. Or have I already picked up all of those techs? I don't think I have. No. What? It's this recipe, ferrochrome from you. What are you missing? You're missing mining machines 3. Okay. Good to know. Uh we're almost there on the advanced aerodynamics. So we've got the plan to get up to the molten there. Am I even doing molten chromium? I don't even think I'm doing molten chromium. No. No, I'm not. Totally not even doing the molten chromium yet. So this will require a lot of work. But fortunately, I've got the blueprint for the regular ferrochrome. It's just I really don't want to use it. I really don't want to use this plate ferrochrome in the electric arc furnaces because it is massive amounts of not just the iron plates and chromium plates, it's also large amounts of graphite. Speaking of which, yeah, so the steel and stainless steel. Oh my god, the steel. Oh my god, if you want to see what spending over 100 units of coke per second looks like, oh, holy hell, it's a lot of coke to make this the steel that's going to be spent. So I have gone ahead and I have placed the blueprints down for all of this stuff already, so we can see what all of that looks like. I'll also make sure some trees are cleared from that. I'm actually going to like reuse this. Oddly enough, I'll just be expanding on this. This gets even longer on the making of the iron. I just have to replace the processed iron with unslimed iron, like reverse the belt, I guess. Because it's gonna be a little tall, a little tall on this. So I need stuff. Stuff and things. Let us get started. Where's my car? My car is way over there. The vehicle is way over there. And yes, I have actually I have designed with the multi-purpose pipes, which also that's another thing. Pyandon will be pushing an update to the graphics for this that has arrows pointing in the direction of the connection on the undergrounds, on the pipe to grounds. So there will now be red arrows pointing in the direction of the pipe connection. I think. Is it the connection, or is it the yeah, I think it's in the direction of the connection. Not the direction of the underground pipe. Like, if I have where is it? If I have the pipe here, the arrow won't point right. The arrow will point left and right, so away from the actual thingy. But yeah. Anyway, we need stuff. Lots and lots and lots and lots of stuff. To the point where I'm actually gonna like get rid of a lot of the rail stuff for now, because it's absolutely not going to be required. It will absolutely not be required, but I will need all of the belt on the planet, to be completely honest. I'll need like several hundred units of all of these things. Lots and lots and lots and lots and lots. Yes, bring me the stuff and fill my inventory completely. What can I get rid of? What are the things that can die? All of those things can go away. Alright, we are approaching being good. Approaching. We're not there yet. Oh, no, I need those. Like, no, I need the thingies. In fact, bring me more. Bring me all of the above. All of, not 1,000, that would be probably a bit much. Bring me all of the things consistently. Lots of them. I'm going to fill my car with a lot of this. Fill the vehicle. Fill the vehicle with a lot of the stuff. Yes, bring me more. More! M-O-A-R. More things. More things are required. I need how much stuff to get this done? Where's my iron? That's not even all the stuff. This is all the stuff-ish. So how much stuff is needed just for that? Yeah. Yeah, that would be great if they could bring the stuff to me while I'm on site and just request it and all that. It would be great if the Ocula existed. Yeah, it would be great if that existed. There's also, I did see, by the way, there's going to be another animal added, yet another animal added to Pydew in Life. We are totally going to get another animal. You can see what it is through Pyandon's Patreon, but the work has begun on that one as well. So we've got now the Dengridio, we've got this Ocula that's still coming, and we've got this new animal as well that is going to arrive. And that one's going to be science related, actually. It's going to help with improving the output of science, or at least the speed of science. I don't know about efficiency on output, but hey, An animal that helps with production of science. Gee, I wonder what animal that could possibly be. What animal is quite prevalent in the production of science? There's lots of entities. Entities, is how I'll put it, that are involved in the production of science. I need that pinned with the summary. Chimps, yes. Clearly. Clearly chimps. I mean, obviously. So hydro classifiers, lots and lots of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You know, just casually. I don't need those 60. I need the secondary crushers. Yep, secondaries. I need all of the... Wherefore are these? Impact. Impact crushers. I'm almost full. I am nearly full. Oh, right. Things which make one go, my buddies, they keep bringing me stuff. They keep bringing me things, and I don't need all those things. So we're gonna have to make multiple trips. I mean, it's obvious at this point that, yeah, multiple trips are required. Absolutely. Also, there's been, like, a lot of talk with the saline water in particular, because this is getting nerfed to be 500 units of tar versus 200. You know, just casually, metric F-ton more. We're trying to figure out, like, okay, what's going to be the best saline? Well, we can do saline out of condensed distillates, which, with the buff to the hot residual mixture, providing more coke, might have to start doing this type of thing. Might have to start spending gasoline to get saline and doing all that processing. Where even the hell am I? And where am I going? Trying to blindly avoid all of the rocks as I drive out towards the iron. But yeah, the saline. We've got salt to saline. This is epic amounts of salt. Like, it's out of the question on the epic amounts of salt that's required. I mean, we could totally do sponges. No, we cannot. So the pump jacks are a viable alternative if only they did not require the two small parts. If only they did not require the two small parts. Reason being, lots of iron and copper. Lots of iron and copper per unit small parts, and if you consider, hey, a lot of the stuff that's going to be required is going to be orders of magnitude of saline more than just two small parts per second. Like, we're going to need way more than 200 saline per second, and that's already two small parts per second. And yeah, it's like, if there were much better ways of getting small parts, that would be one idea, but there's not. So drill heads, yeah, are a thing that exist. Maybe pump jacks should take drill heads as a fuel value and not require any small parts whatsoever in any of the recipes. That is a thought. Maybe, just maybe, the pump jacks should require drill heads as a fuel and not require small parts in the recipes for them. That is an idea, because you totally have this concept of a drill head that overlaps a lot with the concept here of spending small parts to replace broken stuff as you operate the pump jack. And yeah, like make it as a fuel, as a fuel. Not like the ground borers. You know, ground borers use drill heads in the recipes themselves instead of as fuel. They should be fuel and not ingredients in the recipes themselves. That's step one there. But definitely when thinking about potentially overhauling stuff and things, the pump jacks, yeah, just drill heads as a fuel. You know what they're intended to be. Oh yeah, I need a whole bunch of water wells too. That's another glorious thing that we're going to need. Place all the things, please. Apparently run into all the things too. Isn't this wonderful? Having blueprints for things. It would help if I had nanobots. Yeah. Nanobots help too. So let's go back. Let's reduce dramatically again the requests on those. And yeah, let's increase the nanobot request. Yeah. That would be good. Having more nanobots would be awesome. I now need to be careful because I can't heal myself. You know, it's highly convenient that this exists. Like, I just want to throw out there the concept of all of this coal existing in here. Yeah, that's going to be convenient, highly convenient, particularly because yeah, we need like over 100 units per second of coke for this build. We need over 100 units per second of coke for this build for just the steel. Just the molten steel will require over 100 units of coke per second. It's pretty glorious just how much coke is consumed out of all this. But yeah, that also needs to be built. That's also a thing that needs building. You brought me like a ton more stuff than I was actually requesting, didn't you? Like, that just no. Just no. Don't do it, please. It is. Oh, I am going to be so limited on the multi-purpose pipes. What did you miss? What did you miss? A few, not much. I just talked a little bit about the changes being made, all of the impending nerfs to stuff that aren't actually going to affect the base immediately outside of this potential. I need to like see what the nerf is actually going to be on the oil burners, because that's apparently coming. And yeah, that's how I get like all of my base's energy. So this getting nerfed is not going to be a good day. Fuel oil's fuel value was 1.5 megajoules versus natural gas at 1. Fuel oil is 1.5. If it was like 3, that'd be good. That'd be good. It was 3. I mentioned how you, Immortal Sniper, are doing updates to Pyraw ores. So that is a thing that I talked about, how there's now been buffs to the lead chain. Buffs to the lead chain. So that's a thing. Yes, lead and silver have had their buffs, but silver. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Here. This recipe has not changed. Silver from lead dust, just for reference. Silver from lead dust has not changed, but molten lead from lead dust has had a pretty significant increase on its output. So you are going to get a lot more lead plates now than previously, but you're still going to get the really low silver, as I casually show, like, I have 152,000 units of silver per bulk rail loader sitting here at the moment. But every single other step after this has been buffed. I know it's not been pushed yet. These updates, they exist in the code, they have not been pushed yet. But what I'm saying is, even what I looked at and saw is you buffed every single other silver recipe outside of the silver from dust. And yes, it was intended, I'm sure. I am positive that that was actually intended. I need to grab lots of things. So I'm working on my unslimed iron processing. Please, God, don't hurt that too much. Please don't hurt this too much. This is an effort build. This build requires effort, or required effort of me to do this. This is 9 unslimed iron per second. I just want to make this abundantly clear. This is 640 currently molten iron per second out of this. Where's the vehicle? There. So, this is the thing. Oh gosh. Also, yes, I am officially going to say that voiding pure sand is the best way of getting tailings. It is official. As soon as that nerf to the tar into tailings, saline, and flue gas is pushed, I will very much say to the world that voiding pure sand is the way to get tailings. The undisputed way of getting tailings. Food nerfs and animal rendering incoming? What do you mean? What do you mean? So by the way, tomorrow's tutorial is going to be an overview of Corlex. Just so we're clear on this, tomorrow's video that I have already recorded. Oh, removal of productivity. I don't care. That I haven't even given any thought to productivity at this point with any of the PyAL stuff, especially when it comes to like the food and things. That doesn't matter too much to me. So yeah, I've made my video on Corlex, and it's interesting. It's interesting. I don't think I want to use it perpetually as a primary source of plastic. Just step one. I don't think I would use it as a source of plastic. I also would definitely not use it as a source of melamine. That just is not a good stuff. Does not make sense on the casein protein powder. What it does make sense for, though, and what I will talk about at length, is quality food. All the food that the casein stuff is used for, which is a lot of the quality food as well as basic fat eye food. I recommend basically making a factory that makes all of the different types of food, and then shipping the food out where you are using it. So that's my current recommendation on food. Actually, just by the way, make a factory that does all the different types of food, because there is actually quite a bit of overlap on a lot of the different types of food, um, in terms of ingredients. Um, but where I think the Corlex will shine the most is the raw fiber recipe, using the casein solution. That is where I think it will shine the most. Um, People will complain about the size of the build for it overall, but it's good. Yes, the sugar one. Yes, the sugar one, because the actual building counts on the component life. It's not extreme. It's not too extreme. And it gets better. Like, by the time you're able to do the sugar one, which is at Pi Science, you get access to better recipes anyway. You are able to, at that point, do Mark II buildings and Mark II animal modules as well. It ends up not being a ton of individual buildings for each step, but it ends up being a lot of steps, which I am perfectly okay with. I am okay with that type of complexity and scaling and size and all of that good stuff. I consider that is well designed, a very good chain to get good raw fiber output. It is it is not the tedium of needing 6 million of a single building type. Are the new types different from regular pipes, and in what way? The new pipes, the multi-purpose pipes, have a greater underground distance for the pipe to ground. It is 12 units longer than the niobium pipe to ground. So that is the only difference. I should not be using them here, but I'm doing it anyway. I should only use it when I actually need that extra distance on the pipe to ground, but I'm not doing it. That is not a thing. So what I need now is the mining machines 3, so that I can unlock chromium processing 3. That's what is required next. Give a demonstration of what? The pipe? Of the pipe. I'm not actually carrying around stuff, but yeah, the pipe, like 48. That's huge on that pipe to ground distance. The actual pipes in play are here. Now, if you want to get a demonstration of how bad they look, then yeah, the junctions I don't think look that great. To be completely honest, they're boxes. They're boxes. They're boxes. You see what happens when you have boxes? You see what happens when you have boxes? Here is their use in practice, right? On actual builds and actual setups. What even is this? What even is this nonsense? So we have this here that actually sends stuff up above, way up above to here. Way up. We have a way. Look, you see what I've done here is this is the pulp one. It sort of skips over everything, actually making use of that underground distance. And then these are water, all like these are water, and then these are iron slime, and this is the iron slime in from here. This is all pulp. This is slime. Yeah. Yes, using the same sprite as much as possible to reduce the workload. I understand. But and there is an update coming that is going to have arrows. So this will have an up arrow. This will have an up arrow on it. This will have a left arrow. This will have an up arrow. This will have a left arrow. This will have a right arrow that shows the pipe connection point. Yeah, that like frankly he should have just redone the niobium pipe with a different color and it would have made more sense. But I like this. This sprite is fine. This is good sprite. This is cool. This is neat. I like this. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This not so much. Not liking this one as much. The yeah, this needs work. But where's my car? I got out of my car and I need to get in my car again. So stuff things. I also need to like get this to voiding. So this is gravel. How do I know? I know. I know this for a fact. Ooh, cool. I can expand. I can expand. We're gonna have how much gravel? 9. Okay. Cool. Glorious. Can we now void stacked items? I have not done the thing. I have not done the thing to do that. And I have not done the change either with the startup setting again on the aircraft mod. I need to like get on that at some point.